What's going on, guys? David here again. Talk to you some more smart lighting bulbs today. I want to compare the GoVee smart bulb light with the Phillips Hue smart bulb light. If you're looking down, just to confuse you, these are backwards. This is the Phillips. That was a Phillips. Now I can't speak. A Phillips Hue bulb versus the GoVee bulb. As you can tell, just looking at them, you can tell there's a slight difference in them. Just holding them, you can feel the weight in this one, you can feel the quality in it. I'm already getting ahead of myself because basically what I want to do is I want to compare these two and see which one's better, which one maybe you get more bang for your buck. Well, which one's better, which one you get more bang for your buck between the two, because this is definitely a cheap alternative to this one. But let's go over some categories and talk about which one maybe you should buy, you should look into. Now, first of all, is the life expectancy of these bulbs. This one, you're looking at about a 20,000 hour lifespan. This one, you're looking at a 25,000 hour lifespan. Now, pretty much that's forever and a day, and at that point, it's kind of negligible. It's 5,000 hours, I get that, but when I get to the price point, you'll see the difference here. If you talk about quality of build, I would definitely say, if you held these two like I am right now, this one's heavier. It feels more solid. This one definitely feels cheaper. It's lighter. You could just feel the quality in the Phillips Hue versus the GoVee. And if you open them up, you can see the difference inside too, but I'm not going to do that. But this one, the Phillips Hue, the quality of the Phillips Hue is definitely far better than that of the GoVee. But again, price point. So far, the Phillips Hue is definitely the better bulb than the GoVee, but let's talk price now, because that's what's going to determine a lot of people. And the price point on this one is $13.99 shipped to your door from Prime. This one is $49.97 shipped to your door from Prime. So that's a big difference in price tag for these two. So of course GoVee is going to win the price. You can get two of these for $27.99. So most people will have two lamps in their living room or in their bedroom. So for $27, $28 shipped to your door. You can have smart bulbs, and they both do all the colors. My biggest worry with the GoVee is it said it did warm white. There's a particular warm white, I think it's 2700 Kelvin, that we like to have. And this one actually does it. A lot of the bulbs that we've gotten in the past that were cheaper would not do the warm white quite correctly, and the LEDs don't. The GoVee LEDs do not do warm white well. Phillips Hue nails it perfectly, so I was figuring that would be a selling point for Phillips Hue. But GoVee does do warm white, and it does look good. This right back here, that's a GoVee smart light. All my Phillips Hue in the living room and the bedrooms and stuff. But of course, all y'all seen them on YouTube and stuff, so you know what they look like. They're both super bright. If you want to talk about brightness and stuff, I mean, neither one really beats the other there. Of course, now, another good spot here is, of course, the Alexa enabled, Google Home Mini, all of that through this bulb. You can turn this light on, you can tell it what color to change to, what scene to set to, everything through your smart home device. Where this one you can't. Once this one's plugged in, you have to use the app to control it. This one also has an app, so you can do that too. Both of them have apps, but this one you have to use, the GoVee, you have to use an app through to change the colors, to change the mood, to change the scene, music enabled, etc. But that is a plus if you want to talk about the music thing, is this does have music on the app. This one you have to get a third-party app to do. But the GoVee bulb, you have to use the mic on your cell phone, so if you don't want to use the mic on your cell phone for it, kind of negates the whole point of it, right? So, of course, and now they both have apps, they both have scenes, but if you've seen either one of them, I've used Phillips Hue now for 2 years, I've used GoVee for about 6 months. Phillips Hue just knocks it out of the park with their app. It's way more intuitive, it's way easier to navigate, it's always updating, getting better, learning your home. Phillips Hue through the app, you can have it set times for when you're coming home that it knows about when you're coming home, and it'll turn the lights on for you. You can buy sensors for the house for when you're going upstairs or something. If you want the lights to come on, it trips the sensor. You go upstairs, your Phillips Hue will be on. This one doesn't have all that. Now, they both have timers that you can set for 30 minutes, an hour, like at sunset to go dim and eventually turn off to go to bed, or turn back on in the morning from 0% to 100% in the morning to wake up. They both have that. But the Phillips Hue, let me go ahead and pull the app up for you. These things don't roll away from me. Okay, so let's show you the GoVee app again. If you watched my last video, I'll link it down below. Hopefully you see it. This is the GoVee app. It's Bluetooth enabled, no hub required for it. And of course, you've got the off, on, so you got the brightness here. Hold on. There you go. Turn down the brightness, turn the brightness back up, change colors, maybe. There you go. Okay, so that's the GoVee app. And of course down here, you got your color wheel, the camera where you can pick the colors. So like I said, you can choose a fall scene or something, or a summer scene, whatever, and your lights will adapt to it. Philips Hue does the same thing. So that's that app. Now the Philips Hue app is way more intuitive. It's hard to say. I mean, you got all these different scenes you can pick. I'm not an LSU fan, I'm an Alabama fan, but I was just playing around with it when I did. Of course, not able to connect, so you have to be on your Wi-Fi, which I'm not on my Wi-Fi right now. So now it's connected and everything, but it has all these different settings, and I absolutely love the nightlight setting, relax, bright, not really dimmed. Those are great if you want to chill out at night. You can turn them down. I love the relax feature. I don't like super bright lights in my face. And of course it does it automatically, so I hit that, all the lights, all the LEDs and everything turn down to the exact same level, same brightness, same color. Cannot do that with GoVee. You can only do that with Philips Hue. I think LifeX can do it too. But then it's got the bright ones, energize, concentrate if you're working out. It has pre-done settings of scenes, of course, like GoVee does. But the Philips Hue app, and of course right here is the slide bar, so I can sit here and slide the brightness of the room, and I can do the whole room, the whole scene. You can set scenes with these, but they're not as intuitive, and they're not hard. I mean, I'm talking first world problems here. It's not like it's the end of the world or whatever. But as far as the app goes, Philips Hue is way better. They're far ahead, but of course you're paying for it. You're going to pay for this ease of use to easily back out and get into these. Now, of course, some people don't like the hub. Now, in using these, GoVee doesn't have a hub. Philips Hue does. LifeX does. LifeX does not have a hub either. But what I've come to find out with the hub is it's always connected because it's wired into your Wi-Fi router. So it's just always connected. As long as your phone's connected to Wi-Fi, you're connected to these. You can turn them on, off. You have control of all the lights in your house easily, no problem, because they're all controlled through that one hub. So it makes it super simple. When they're all individual hubs like this one is, you have to go into each individual light bulb pretty much to turn them on and off because they have to connect. Even if you do the scenes, you're connecting one room at a time and you have to reconnect to each room. So like this is the office. If I connect to the office, I can turn all these my LEDs off at one time. Then I have to back out and I have to connect to another room, the living room, the man cave, whatever, to turn them off. Philips Hue, I'm connected right there, so I can sit there, I can press one button and turn the whole house off. I can press one button, turn the whole house on. I have all my rooms set there, so I can just turn the living room and the upstairs off, but leave our bedroom on. It's just the app on Philips Hue and everything is just so much more intuitive. It's easier to use, but you're gonna pay for it, obviously. A starter pack with 4 bulbs and the hub is $200, so you basically get the hub for free. I'm going to link all the Philips Hue and the GoVee stuff down below so you can check them out. But it's hard, it's difficult because this one bulb is 50 bucks, this one bulb is $14. So it just kind of depends on what you want. Ease of use, if you have the money and you don't mind spending it, and especially if you're doing more of a higher end home theater, something like that, this is probably going to be the way to go. And oddly, it's getting harder to find these. I don't know if they're going to phase them out or what they're doing with them, but they just seem like they're getting harder and harder to find, at least in stores. Maybe they're just going to start selling them online, but even that, they're always sold out on Amazon. I ordered this through Prime and had to wait about 7 days because they weren't in stock. I knew they weren't in stock. I knew I was going to wait for it, but still, it's just, these are right there, so you could buy these in a day or two. Some of them have overnight delivery for free, and you'll have them the next day, but it just kind of depends. Now, what I was saying, I talked about this in my last video about the GoVee Bulb. Like I said, your Alexa, your Google Home Mini, you can tell to turn this on, no problem, right? This one you cannot. If you add a smart socket to the plug, that your GoVee light is plugged into. This will connect via your smart home app to Alexa or Google, and then you can turn this on and off. You can't change the color, you can't dim it, you can't brighten it or anything voice controlled, but voice control you can turn it on and off. So you can set your scene because your LEDs, the GoVee LEDs that are Alexa enabled can do it. So you can still tell your office to at least turn on, or your living room, whatever. As long as you have it hooked up to one of these, you can turn them on and off voice controlled through your Alexa or Google Home Mini. But you can't change anything else. Your Phillips Hue, through your Alexa or Google Home, you don't need a smart hub for it. You don't need a smart socket for it. The hub controls it. So through that, you can turn them on, you can turn them off, you can turn them to green, yellow, purple, red, dim, bright, dark, off, on, all that good stuff. Right there, you don't need a smart socket or anything extra. And let's talk about that. This one bulb, basically $49.97 right now on Amazon. You can get 2 of these. This is what I say, $13.99. So I bought a 2-pack, $27.99, so $28. I got a 2-pack of these, I believe it's $16. So what did I say, 28 and 16, $44? I think I got that wrong. I think I got my math wrong on the last video. Anyway, $44. $44, 2 smart sockets, 2 bulbs. So now basically most living rooms that have 2 lamps, bedrooms that have 2 lamps, you're done. Or you sit here, what I say, that was basically $45 for these 2. You get you a $25 LED strip to go behind your TV in your room or whatever. So for 50 bucks, you're all set in your living room or your bedroom. For $75, this is 50 for one. So then you buy another one for 50. Well, actually, you're gonna buy a smart home app. So let's back that up. I said $75 to have your LED strip and 2 bulbs. If you bought this in the smart home, I think the 2-pack smart hub is about 100 bucks. So 100 bucks, and then your LED strip, just for one LED strip, is going to be 90 bucks. So 190 bucks, and then you can have this set up in your bedroom, living room, and have 2 bulbs, LED strip, and all set up and ready to go. Now, once you have the hub, you have the hub. You don't need it. It controls like 75 other devices. So, and of course, Phillips Hue. Now, let's also talk about that real quick. I'm rambling. The Phillips Hue ecosystem is far and beyond better than any of the other ones, because they're coming out with so many other lights. They can all work together. They've got new gradient light strips coming out. They've got the little bars, the play bars that you can set up. They have outdoor lights, indoor lights. They have so much. The whole ecosystem works together, and that's what you're paying for. You're paying for that ecosystem, the support, the ease of use. You're paying for all the first world problem stuff with Phillips Hue. It's a great light bulb, thick, strong. It's not. This is definitely cheaper made, but it's not cheap. It's still a great light bulb. This is a great alternative. You don't want to spend 50 bucks for this bulb. I totally understand. 14 bucks for this bulb, and you get probably 70-75% of what this one can do. Maybe not quite that much. If you start talking about the ecosystem and everything, it's hard to compete with this bulb. Well, bulb for bulb, they're pretty even, but it's the Phillips Hue system, the ecosystem, that definitely helps this one out a lot in the long run. And they do last longer, and they're more quality, and you can use Alexa with them. So if I have to pick, if I have the money, if money's not really an issue, Phillips Hue, hands down. If you're talking money, then I'm going to start talking about where I'm at. Like my office, I'm not so worried about. The cheaper bulb was no problem. It was definitely the right fit for me. For the living room, for the man cave, for our bedroom, it's going to be Phillips Hue. I want the quality, I want the ease of use for those rooms over something like this room. Maybe the garage or the kids' rooms, anything like that. GoVee is going to be the way to go because it's a lot cheaper and you're not as worried about it in those rooms. So, well, let me know. Hey, let me know down below what y'all think. I rambled on long enough. Which one did you get? Which one do you like? Are there others out there? There's plenty. There's a Novastella light bulb I can actually add into. I'm using Novastella down here too. It's a great light bulb. Maybe I'll do one comparing all 3. Let me know down below which one you like, which one you get. Why do you hate Phillips Hue? Why do you like GoVee? Or another bulb or ecosystem that you like. Whatever. I'm pro Phillips Hue. This is going to be my favorite bulb. I've had it since the beginning. I'm going to keep using them. Hopefully I don't have to buy them anymore. 25,000 hours is a long lifespan, so we'll see. But hey, y'all catch me on the next one, all right? Out.